Hello and welcome back to another Too Slow For You unboxing and overview. Today I'm going to be taking a look at this Dahle 155 pencil sharpener, which is the professional step up from the Dahle 133 that I just reviewed. So automatic cutting system, sharpens lead evenly, prevents over sharpening, great for colored pencils. I do not own colored pencils, surprisingly. It's got an adjustment for round or sharp tip. And this one doesn't say anything on the box about a warranty like the personal one did. Yeah, it does tell you how to clean out the sharpening mechanism, which is nice. I think the packaging looks a little better in this one. We've got our desk clamp here. It's a grid instead of a circle. And then we've just got our sharpener right there. No wrapping on it. Again, not the cleanest out of the box. So we can see there's some markings on it right there. They do come off. It's just like some sticky residue. My last review I said that I didn't like how close the handle was to the bottom. That's a lot better. Mechanism doesn't feel as smooth. And if we look here, there's actually space between the bin and the bottom of that. I think we have about the same size bin as the previous one. It's just taller instead of wider. Let's go ahead. It said that the mechanism unscrews. So there's the mechanism. And again, we've got metal into plastic on here. I think this is just going to be a kind of a common theme. This one doesn't feel like it was milled very well. Maybe it just needs some wear-in time to smooth out. Now let's take a look at this mechanism here. Trying to see. I think it's, sorry, I think it's this piece right in there that's shifting a little. Yeah, there we go. So that's the auto adjust in this one. This does look like it's all injection molded plastic. I'm kind of forming an opinion in my head before I've even tried the sharpener, so I'm going to try not to think about that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this back in the sharpener. Let's see, we got that lined up there. There we go, tighten that down. This one does not hold itself open. The teeth are all metal, there's no rubber on the teeth. The way these are angled feels a little sharp. I think it would have been nicer if this one was more straight up and down instead of angled, especially since it doesn't move. Just for gripping purposes. I think this one is okay, but that one it would have been nice to have straight up and down or a little less angled. So let's go ahead and we'll turn it all the way to the right. And we'll start with our pin in gear. There is a fair amount of wiggle. So let's take a look. Focus. There we go. Maybe. It's not wanting to stay in focus. There we go. So it still didn't sharpen evenly on the front and the back. I am losing focus like crazy today. You can see the collar, or this part right here, sharpened fairly evenly for the most part. It's a little higher on this side, which is the same side that it didn't sharpen the pencil all the way on. Let's go ahead and give it a... That's all the way left, so we'll do 1, 2... We'll do kind of in the middle somewhere. That didn't seem very middle. There. So that's a little better. Be for like drawing and sketching, that kind of stuff. If I go ahead and adjust this all the way, I do like the indicator back here. It's something I haven't noticed on other ones, but when you turn it all the way to the left, this piece extends out, showing you've got a longer tip. When you do it the other way, it shows you've got a real blunt tip. So I kind of like that. A lot of the others just have it kind of printed on here. Like this one also has it kind of etched in here. It just looks like an arrow. But blunt tip, pointy tip, reminder here in case you're more by feel. And let's look at that. Okay, so definitely still sharpening on one side of the pencil way more than the other. And we can see on here different bite marks in the pencil right there, down here, from where it's been clamped in multiple places. I'm not sure that those markings are actually from the sharpener. I think that's from something else. But this is definitely aggressive and eating up the pencil. Looking at this one, it looks like it's got some markings on it too, so it's just probably factory stuff. Let's zoom out. I did leave it perfectly even with the tip, so you're not wasting any of your pencil there. I want to try, let's see, if I put the lead up, if that sharpens on the bottom. And it kinda did. Now let's try the other way. We'll put the side that's not sharpened well towards the top. Yeah, I don't know. We're still just mainly getting this one side. For those of you that like to put pressure when writing, that's probably a good thing. If you put pressure this side, you'll have a little more support where you've got the wood casing along there. Let's go ahead and sharpen the Ticonderoga, see if it does kind of the same thing. I'm not going to do the super blunt. I'm going to start kind of in the middle with this one. It's kind of grabbing. It does sharpen smoothly. We've got, again, sharpen more on one side than the other. Fairly even there. We've got our mark in the pencil where the teeth grabbed. We'll go ahead, stick that back in. And I'm going to fully sharpen. nice and quick. Tip is fully sharpened. It's a little blunt on the end, but like I said, yeah, we're not wasting any of the pencil there. So if we'll take the pin and gear this time, and we'll say that it was some use. We just chipped off a little bit of the tip there. We're down to the wood. And we just want to quick sharpen. It didn't take long at all, and we're back to a full point. Here we go. And that's how much we lost, which I believe is kind of where the wood broke off. So I don't think you're losing anything on this. Again, just kind of make sure that if you use softer leads than HB, like 2B or 4B, you just keep an eye on it and make sure that the auto stop actually works. I'm not a huge fan of the sharpening mechanism in this one. It's not as smooth as the slightly cheaper personal edition. This one also doesn't say anything about a warranty. The bin's nice. It doesn't look like we missed anything in there. The gaps, it's still not a nice or super tight fitting bin. I think that could have been done a little better. We've got that gap there. The teeth, they're grabbing, tearing up the pencil. Honestly, for the extra $2 to $5 that this one cost over the 133, I don't think I would recommend it. I do think some of the plastic parts are a little nicer. The casing does feel a little more expensive, not as cheap, but I feel like that's eating the pencil. It's not really one-hand operation friendly because that doesn't stay out on its own. Right there it catches. Right there it catches. And right there. So it's kind of everywhere from here to here. It's just kind of catching when trying to sharpen. If I move it slow. This almost looks like it's a kind of a fiberglass reinforced plastic. So I do think that this overall is probably going to last longer than the 133. I do think that the plastics used are a little nicer, but at the same time, I feel that there's also some downgrades with the overall. Well, now the mechanism's a little smoother, but it was bunching up quite a bit when sharpening. I'll try sharpening one more. I know this video is longer than previously. It's still kind of bunching up. It did sharpen much better around there, but it's also cutting fairly deep into the wood. You know, we got a nice even tip that time, all the way around. So, I'll keep using this. I'll let you guys know what I think. These retail for $22 to $25. They're only a couple bucks more expensive than the 133. They don't come with the warranty, at least according to the box. I do like that there's clearance for my hand to move underneath, unlike on the 133. Would I recommend this one? I'm not sure. I think it's something I would need to spend more time with and use and see if this wears in to where it's a little nicer. I don't necessarily mind the teeth digging into the pencil because, I mean, these go away eventually anyway, right? It's not something you keep pristine like a nice pen or anything like that. But if you do want your pencils not marred, I recommend looking at like the 133 that has the rubberized teeth. But yeah, that's my overview and unboxing on this one. I hope you found this useful, and like, subscribe, leave comments, and remember to be kind. Thanks again.